What's happening? This is episode 7, and we're gonna go over a bunch of Star Wars and a variety of different things, a miscellaneous of more. What's in my storage and what's in the box, and maybe a time capsule or something I haven't opened since the 80s or 70s, or I don't know, over exaggerate about 70s, but I do got stuff in the 70s. But you know, there's boxes I haven't opened in a long time. It's been sitting, and so we're just kind of going through things, and I have a surprise to show you. You might see it here on the thumbnail. And yeah, so we'll get to that, and we'll go ahead and just start off with some of the figures, and we're gonna go into the vehicles and a whole bunch of stuff that I have here. See what I can pull off on this episode. All right, just because we got a long ways to go, it's gonna take months to go through everything, because we haven't even gone through the Transformers, and we haven't gone through the new ones, we haven't gone through the vintage ones, we haven't gone through the Hot Wheels, we haven't even gone through all the GI Joes. I'm talking about the vintage GI Joes, the loose ones. I got some in the original packages. I got more RC cars we haven't went through, and new ones, old ones. We haven't even gone to the vintage Star Wars. We've been going through a lot of Star Wars, and there's tons more packaged newer Star Wars from the 90s and the 2000s till current, and but the vintage will come to that after I go through all that, because I gotta save the best for last. So you gotta subscribe, click the bell button. That helps me keep going and doing what I'm, you know, hopefully we can generate something to help me going, because the reason why I'm also selling all this, I'm trying to save my place. I'm trying to not have to move out of California. I cannot afford to stay here any longer because I put so much into my documentary, so I'm trying to do the all sell. If I can sell everything, it will help me just, you know, keep up with stuff, upgrades things, and focus on my film. I can finally knock out the sizzle reel how it should be for my pitches to these investors. I cannot do it right now. I put it on hold. Anyways, let's just focus on this. I don't want to get into that. That's a whole other story. Sorry, I'm exhausted. It's a Friday night. So here we are. We're gonna start off with Kylo Ren, and this one is I believe came out 2016 or something like that. I can't remember. We have this one was a really cool figure. Remember this one? This character, Captain Phasma. I think it was a female figure. That's what I remember. This one here. This one actually has real cloth material around its neck. This one is the Range Trooper. Pretty cool. I really like that one. That's a lot of nice detail. Sometimes I'm tempted to open these so I can do my photography and make it look real and go to some out in the desert or the beach and stuff. So we got some. Oh, remember this here? We have Han Solo and Chewbacca, and this was really cool. This is the scene here. This came out in the 90s here. This was really cool. This was mint. This one, like I said, I kept all this stuff really great shape. Some of these things I never touch. Let's go over. We're gonna go through some vehicles. We'll see how fast we can go through all this, and we'll go through some figures. We have 2 of these vintage, re-release vintage, unpunched, sealed, never opened figures here from 2004, I believe. Okay, there's 2 of these sand people. Those are nice. We'll put those over here. We have a clone. This one is, when I bought it, I right away put it in the package, so there's a nice blue and white clone trooper. This one here was from, I believe, Revenge of the Sith. Yep. All right. We have another vintage re-release unpunched Greedo. This is the Saga series. This was 2004, I believe. Another vintage unpunched Han Solo on Endor. I believe it was Endor. Yeah. Endor. Random figure that is sitting here. I have double, so one I keep for myself, one I will sell, because gotta give tribute to Chad, rest in peace. Black Panther, the original. This one comes with his accessories. Really cool figure there. We have just miscellaneous here. Let's just say it's like a sneak preview to the Hot Wheels. So I didn't even mention that part. We got tons of Hot Wheels here. We as me, we as my rabbit and my dog, as when I say we, I guess. But I have lots of red lines from the 70s. We haven't even showed, nobody's ever, I don't even show people. Nobody's ever seen my red lines. Wait till you see those, because I got them in a display case. I got a stack of display cases, and I'll show you those really cool red line Hot Wheels. And I get a lot of messages from the marketplace, Facebook. Everybody want to see my Hot Wheels. They want to see the red lines. They want to buy them, and they want my Transformers. I'm getting a lot of messages. I appreciate it. But the reason why I do this, it's so much easier to show you guys on video, because it takes forever to. So what I'm doing is I go through each box. I'm doing inventory. So in between the videos, when I'm done with the video, it's so much faster by doing the video here. You guys can see it instead of me, because everyone's asking about it. They're messaging me about it, right? So this is faster this way than to sit here and post and pictures, and upload a description on it. It takes forever. So I like doing it this way, so you get a visual, you get an understanding, and at the same time, I afterwards I right away create a Google Doc where I put all the description on there, so the potential buyers can go ahead and look through the list. By the way, I did sell one Transformer on eBay today. Finally got to sell on eBay. It's tough on eBay sometimes. So that was, but it happens to be, don't worry, because the one that sold, I have a double. It's a double, so that one is still available. It was a alternator, prow alternator, and that one sold for like $55, something like that. Here we have the hero, True Heroes. So yeah, so like I said, I'm only selling my doubles right now on eBay at the moment, so in case people are wondering, oh, I wanted to buy that one, you know, I might still have an extra. So this here, I have several of these here, and I was giving out a bunch of these for free to kids, to my cousins, to my godkids, you know, my friends' kids, as gifts on holidays or their birthdays. So when this stuff, I can't sell it, I just give these things kind of away, you know. But these were only at Toys R Us. These were Toys R Us exclusives before they shut down, and I bought a whole bunch of them before they shut down. That's why I ended up with this stuff. I can't have all this bulky stuff. It's taking up space. All right, what else we got here? We have, this is really cool. Now, people really love these. These came out a long time ago. I believe, I'm guessing 2002, early 2000s or something like that. I sold one of these for like $110 on eBay. These were the best figures at the same scale as G.I. Joe. These would basically be if they were to call it G.I. Joe, they would be the best G.I. Joes. Because these here, we had no idea that they would be so valuable. So if you go to eBay and look up Elite Force, they go for a lot of money, especially if you have these ones. If you came across any of these, and I remember seeing that jet, oh my gosh, I wish I bought it back then. They go for a lot of money. I have this one. Once we come across it, I have this one in my storage in the box. I have this one in my storage in the box. We'll come across that. Subscribe, click the bell button. It will appear in one of my episodes. This one here. I think I have probably 3 more of this one. The green one, I might have sold it, or I might still have it. Oh, this little Black Hawk helicopter. I have the big one and the little one. None of the planes, I could never find the planes when they first came out. I always wanted that jet, that F-16, but I have an Apache helicopter. I have this helicopter as well. So, got them all. So that's a really nice one, nice detailed. Here's a big Star Wars. This was the first Star Wars of this scale. When they did a remold, when they finally got it right and they made it more scale as the models from the movie that they used for the props. So this is the first time it came out, I believe in 1999. I just remember it was late 90s, something like that. So still got it in the box. I used to have like 10 of these. I believe these were KB exclusives at KB Toy Store. I remember buying this at the KB Toys in Dublin, or was it Livermore or something like that. And so in the mall. So yeah. Oh, and no, I didn't buy there. Take it back. Hilltop Mall in Richmond, because I was living there at the time with my grandparents. So this was a Kenner. Oh, 1997. So this is 1997. So, and I have another one loose up there. Really cool. What else we got here? Oh, really cool one. Check this out. Man, this is one of my favorites. This here was a Target exclusive. You see that Target? The TIE Bomber. The TIE Bomber was, now you see it in one of the movies, in one of the original movies. They showed it in a scene, but they never released it as an actual toy. But it finally came out. This is the first time they made it. It came out as a Target exclusive, and then they also made a Walmart exclusive. I have another one actually hanging on the wall, displayed on the wall, and I believe that one, oh, that one is my Walmart exclusive. So if I find that original Walmart exclusive, it was a different kind of packaging, which I'll show you what that packaging looks like on the A-Wing over here. So we have the A-Wing, and when they made the TIE Bomber, it looked like this. You can see the TIE Bomber in here in the Walmart exclusive. So this A-Wing here was really nice. They made it in a military green color, which is really nice. So this, it's got to dust it off a little bit, but this A-Wing was really nice. The original A-Wing in the first movie, they actually never came out. They were in the movie, but they never released the A-Wing because it only came out in an animated series. So if you have the original animated, from the cartoon series in the 80s, that one is worth a ton of money. When they finally released one as part of the regular series, it came out in the green color, which we'll come across it somewhere in my storage, but I have several of them loose on the shelf as well. That also will be for sale in part of my collection. They did release that later. Okay, let's go to what I know people would really want to see is the RC card, the vintage RC card. Oh, before we get to that, let's go ahead to a couple more figures I missed out here. We have the Flame Trooper here, number 16. We have, oh, G.I. Joe. No, not the vintage original G.I. Joe. We haven't came across those boxes yet, but this one is from the Snake Eyes movie. That's Storm Shadow from the Snake Eyes movie. And it comes with, you can swap his head so you have a space without the mask. Okay, these are all minty, and these are a little bit more newer. And there's of course, Snake Eyes himself and Storm Shadow. One of my two favorite figures, and I do have the 20th anniversary released in the original 3/4, the smaller size figure as well. The original ones loose from the 80s, somewhere I have them as well. Oh, I don't want to sell my original Snake Eyes and my original Storm Shadow. Do I want to sell my original ones from the 80s? I don't know. Really, I don't want to, but more figures we're gonna come across. Now this here, and I just peeked into it just a little bit ago, but this here is original. So I didn't put stuff back in there, right? So let me go. So that's why the box is looking like that right now. But this is the original team associated with the original box. Look at that. I just gotta clean the box. But look at that, team associated. I believe this is from the 80s. This is not a re-release. They did, they have remakes and stuff. It says Made in America. That's right here. You see it says Made in America. But I love the ones that say Made in Japan too. And so here we go. It got everything with it. We have the original package, original manuals. This is a hot item that people want. People have been sending me messages. They heard about it. They want it. This has the original tires, sealed, brand new rims. Here's a wing. You want to paint the wing. I have the body. It's not in here. It's somewhere in my storage. I still gotta grab that out of there. I'm not sure what part that is. All these accessories. You got some servo controller accessories. There's the original tires, brand new, never used. You see the brand new tires with the rims, never used. There's the stickers, everything here. So it looks like, because I bought this from someone years ago, and there's a brand new motor, never used, never put in. But what I see is, in all these parts, this was used, and those are all replacement parts. Because here it is, and I can see there's a little tiny bit of dirt on here. It looks like it was barely used. Everything works. You see the wheels turn. Steering works great. The axle, the steering bars, everything works great. That's all the servos. More parts, all kinds of parts here, servo parts. Just gotta put the motor in and put it together. There's more servos all in here. There's the buggy lights. I mean, there's all these parts. So I don't know. You leave a comment. You tell me what you think this is worth. I gotta look it up on eBay. And how I find out the value on something is what you do is, because people ask me, oh, I got this. How much does it cost? How do you find out the value? So what you do is go to eBay, search for that item. Once you see it pops up with other similar items of that exactly what you have that you're looking for, or something you're curious about, then you click the sold and completed. Click sold and completed. If you don't hit completed, hit sold and automatically completed comes up, and then it shows what they sold for. Everything will be in green, and it will show what they actually sold for. So this here will be part of the collection for sale. I got an inventory and add this into my Google Docs of my list of RC cards. So I'm gonna have so I already created a Google Doc of a list of everything. I have a Transformers list. I have a separate Google Doc that's just Star Wars, and then a separate one that's just random action figures, and then I have one that's gonna be just RC cars. So what else? We have this ship here. Is the ARC 170 fighter. This one's really cool. This package has never been opened. It's a little bit faded, but you know what? I actually have another one right here, minty in the box. So even though they're both never been opened, but you see the difference. This one you can tell some sun hit it. That's probably when I was trying to sell it a long time ago at the flea market, and people didn't want to pay them, but now they want to pay. People want this stuff now. So look at this one's nice and clean and minty, mint in a box, beautiful ship. So this as well. If you want to buy my entire collection, you'll get both of them. Maybe you want to open one and keep the other in the box. All right. So moving on to the next vehicle. Yeah, vehicle. We're doing vehicles mostly, not the figures. We're doing vehicles on this episode. This one is really cool. Now, I'm going to go run real quick and grab something to show you what this looks like loose, because I have another one. I got another one that is loose that I keep displayed on my shelf because I painted it. Watch this. Hold on. Yo, look at that. What? Yeah, see the detail on there? So I spent a lot of time painting this. That's why I don't think I want to sell this one, because this is something I've done ever since I was a little kid. I love model kits. I love Star Wars vehicles. I mean, I'll get some like this one and the colors just don't look right. And so I'm like, I want to make it look realistic with all the weathering, just like in the movie. So I looked up what ink they used to paint the original ships. And that's what I've done for a long time. And then I mixed it up as well with painting with airbrush. So it's a mixture of airbrush and I believe some kind of ink. I think it's called Indian ink. I can't remember the name of the ink, but I have it in my art room. And this is the results you get when you open one of these guys. So, hey, if you want to keep one in the package and have one to open, I do have a second one in the box, so you can buy two of them. There we go. Two in the box, one to open, and one if you want to paint one and have on display as well. That vehicle needs some more love. That is one of my favorite ships they made. That's not really, I don't know. People don't really know much about it because it came out only in that movie, Rogue One. Then there's this one here. I never opened up this one. I do have more. I don't know how many I have. I know I have at least 3 or 4 of these. I gave some away as gifts as well to family, friends, and stuff. But this one's really nice ship. This is from the Force Awakens. Really nice vehicle. Okay. We got more. What else we got here? Oh gosh, it's gonna be non-stop. It's gonna take months to go through all this stuff and document it all. We have, now this one's really interesting. This here is the cell, not the cell skiff, but the, yeah, it's a skiff. It's the skiff guards, and this is a little floating skiff that rides along the side with the cell barge when they push Han Solo off the edge into the sand pit. Okay, so the cool thing about this, so since that's cardboard, these are just the figures for the cell skiff. I got the cell skiff. You're saying, oh, it's not the cell skiff? No, I got the cell skiff. Hold on a second. Matter of fact, I have 2 of these because there's this one, and I have another one loose somewhere. I got a loose one as well because I got these figures displayed on the loose one. Take that back. I remember once I come across it, I have another one of these that I had opened, and I put those figures inside here in the other one. I put it back in the box. Come across that somewhere one of these days. But I actually have a vintage one that the vintage box. They re-released this, and I don't know if it's the same mold or if they had, because I never opened it, or if they used the original one here. And this one came out. And this one here came out in 1999. So these here are from 1999, and then there's another one is a big one that I have, a bigger box that has the actual sand pit display. It's really nice cinema scene with the cell skiff with the sand pit. So we'll come across that in a later episode. Click the bell, subscribe till we get to that episode. You will know about it, not miss it. What else we have? Got some random stuff here. Also, like when I say random stuff, I even got G.I. Joe. Psych, it's Barbie. So for those Barbie fans, so we have this, I bought this a long time ago. I don't remember when I bought it, but this here is a Mattel Barbie. It is Black History Month, so it's a parachute. I bought this a long time ago. I got several other Barbies somewhere in one of my boxes, and sometimes I give them away to the lady friends once in a while as gifts. I gave my mom one recently, for a couple years ago, several years ago actually. I gave her what's her name, Rosa Parks Barbie doll, and actually bought like 3 of those. And so, yeah, there we go. That's a parachute. You see, she got a parachute and everything. So I don't know what she goes for. You see the little parachute. There's her. She got the little chain, the dog tags, and the parachute. I wonder if the parachute works. I'm curious. I kind of want to open it and throw it up and see if she comes down. I don't know. That would be a mistake because then it won't be worth anything, right? What else we got here? Oh, it's also, so if you get my cell barge, which we're going to go, that's going to be a nice episode that we'll post later on. Actually, if you go down on my YouTube, you'll see when I actually first got the cell barge. They only made 5,000 of them, and I did an opening box of it when I received it. It's somewhere on my YouTube channel somewhere. But we'll be bringing that back on the YouTube channel when we go over it with the figures. So if you get that and you add this to it, you don't really need the gun really, because the cell barge already comes with a nice detailed gunner. So if you want to build a custom one yourself, and I've done it before, I made my own cell barge a long time ago, you can actually add that gunner to it. So I actually have 2 of these. So 1, 2. Take that as well if you buy my entire collection. Buy my entire collection, take it all. I can finally get back to working on my film. All right, so I think we've gone through most of this stuff here. Also, when I speak about RC, this is just a little loose item. You remember the Monster Beetle? So it was Monster Beetle. So Monster Beetle was a really cool RC car. So this RC that I just showed you here, that's a Team Associated, but this one here is, I believe, from Tamiya, right? Tamiya. So that goes with the buggy. In previous episode, I showed you that one, and this will go with that car, which I believe was the Frogger, I think. So, all right, so that's that. Let's go through what's in this box. What's in this box? I don't know. We'll find out. Like I said, I'm just grabbing boxes, opening them up, saying, oh wait, before we get to that box, let me grab a couple more vehicles before we see what's in this box. All right, a couple more things, because I don't want to have to split this to another episode. I'm trying to shrink it all into this episode. Here we go. Okay. All right, we're back, and I'm a little bit crushed here with some more stuff. So right here, what we have is a TIE Fighter. This here is a Toys R Us exclusive. This came out a long time ago, and this one here is when the very first time they came out with the large-scale TIE Fighter. What's great about this TIE Fighter is that they made it to the proper scale size to the movie, the models. So the model ships that they use for all the special effects, they're about this size. I'm still curious if they use the original mold. If they did, that's really cool. And I have a whole bunch of these because I really like them. I got some open displayed probably in the first episode of these. You'll see that I have some of them open on my shelf. They look so cool on the shelf. TIE Fighter is one of my favorite vehicles, but the original ones were gray in the movie for the props. But when the very first toy that they made in the late 70s was a white TIE Fighter. And I will show you in one of these episodes when we get to it. I have the original TIE Fighter in the original box from the 70s. Still in the original box with the original paperwork. Everything is there. We'll get to that soon. But that's included as well if you buy my entire collection. All right. Here's another good rare one in the box, fresh in the box. I had this since, I believe, in the 90s. I bought this in the 90s. It's a Snap-on model kit, Return of the Jedi, the ATST. The ATST walker, also quote-unquote the chicken walker. And this one here, you can see it still has the original plastic. You can see the plastic. This thing has never been opened. Still in the plastic. And yeah. This one here, I don't know. We'll find out how much that is. I gotta look that up. And this one here, I got a video. I don't know if I posted it on my YouTube or not. But I have a video from I think it was 1991 or 90, maybe 1989, when I had took one of these. This is my second one, the original one I have that's opened. I put together. I filled up the head with gunpowder. Not from the actual gun, but I took the gunpowder out of a bunch of firecrackers. Took the powder, put the long stem, and lit it up and pat it on the driveway at night, and boom, it blew up. It was so loud. It sounded like an M80, and the head just flew flying high in the air and came down. So I got that video somewhere. I did repost it online when I digitized it. Oh, here we go. Here's another figure here. So we got this figures here. This is the ARC 170 Elite Squad. Matter of fact, so this is the AR-70 Elite Squad. That must means they go. This is the AR-70. Oh, okay, so this is the AR. Oh goodness, move this stuff out of the way. This is the AR 170 Elite Squad, and this is the AR 1/7 fighter. So if you buy this ship and you want to open it and you want to get the right figures for it, these are the figures that go with this ship. Hey, first time I actually seen them together. I never really thought about that until now. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yep, these are the proper figures that go with this ship. Man, that's really cool. I kind of want to keep it and open it because I'm a Toys R Us kid and don't want to grow up. All right, so got stuff falling all over the place. All right, more stuff. We got another Toys R Us exclusive from the Saga series. This is the X-wing fighter on Yoda's planet. When Luke Skywalker, his X-wing fighter sinks into the swamp and Yoda rises it up with his Jedi mind tricks, right? So he's able to use the Force, lift it up out of the water. The package here is okay condition, but you know what? Once we come across it, I do have another one in mint condition, no dents, no damages like this. I don't know how it came loose in there. I guess from all my moving around over the years, before I got the place I'm at now. As of next month, or this month, maybe it's this month or next month, will be 8 years living here. Previous before that, I basically, since 1994, lived place to place. Almost every year or every 6 months, I was moving. And there was times I was living in places, that's a whole other story. My story is just crazy, okay? So, that's that. Okay, now we'll go through this box, finishing up the episode with what's in the box, right? I don't know. Oh, it's loose figures. Not the figures, but the vehicles. So we haven't got to the loose figures. We have tons of loose figures of Star Wars. But here we have some loose, miscellaneous vehicles. Like, oh man, we've been finally got some G.I. Joe here. This is a vintage G.I. Joe. Brings back memories when I was a kid. I don't know what the landing gear is. I don't think it's in here. But we have the G.I. Joe Cobra. I think it's called the Dragonfly or something. Or the Hornet. I don't remember. It has a little character there. All the stickers are there. The only thing that's missing are those little black things that slide in here. When you hit the little switch, and I remember that you're supposed to, yep, still works. And the helicopter goes like this. I remember as a kid. That's really cool. Got the string here that goes down to hook to get the guy. That's the gun. It's just missing maybe the missiles here. Actually, it's not missing because you would just have to figure it out. I don't have time, but I have tons of accessories, tons of missiles that I know would probably go to here, tons of G.I. Joe parts and accessories of weapons. Lots of it. We haven't come across that. We have the figures. If you recognize those guys, great shape, original G.I. Joes. And we haven't got started G.I. Joe. So actually, and this is the very first episode we came across some of my vintage G.I. Joes. All right, I'll put that over here. We have this here, and I got two of these. One of them here has a wire hooked up to it because I used to have it hanging in my place. The other wing is in there, other jet, whatever. So, yeah, this here, you know what? So, I really liked the ship when it came out. I always did like it. I didn't really care too much about the yellow, but I do always like the ship. That's why I had it displayed years ago back in, I think, 2003 in my old place I used to live at. And if you watch the Mandalorian series, and you'll see what Mandalorian did after his ship blew up and he needed a new vehicle, this was the one he got. He got this what was this called again? Leave a comment if you remember the name of this vehicle, because it slipped in my mind. It's been a while. Now, I don't know if I kept the original box for these. I might come across it, because usually I keep the original boxes for these. So it looks like I got two of them. I don't know if I have any more than two, but these are the two I have. Honestly, I think I want to keep one of them. Maybe I'll just keep the one since I already got the display cables on it. I'll keep that one and sell this one. Because what people are doing on what they're showing online is they're taking this here and they're customizing it to look like the ship in Mandalorian, because they never made a toy since then of this ship. The Naboo fighter. I remember, it just came to my mind. The Naboo fighter. I believe that's correct, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe it's called the Naboo fighter from episode 1. And Anakin Skywalker he got to fly the ship. And that came out in the 90s. So in Mandalorian, he gets the ship, and it was a piece of junk, and he just takes all the parts. The whole thing's all chrome. So people are customizing these things and painting them chrome and trying to get them customized to look like the Mandalorian. So now where people didn't care about these then, now everybody wants them all of a sudden. So one of my buddies even contacted me. He's gonna see this video and be like, "Hey, you're gonna get it to me," or he was asking me about it. I said, "I don't know what it is. I don't know what box it is." And now I found it, and I want to keep it. I want to customize it myself, and I'll have to sell the other. All right, so there's the other one. I'll find the other missile, or we call it the other rocket for it. Here's another G.I. Joe. This was one of my favorite boats as a kid. This was a swamp boat from G.I. Joe, original G.I. Joe from the 80s. So this is vintage 80s. Honestly, based on the color, I'm guessing it's actually a second release, maybe in the 90s. There's a little wheel here. So this one's really cool. What else is in the box? Oh, this ship is really cool. This is another one I would definitely, if I were to keep this one and I had time on my hands, which I don't have anymore, I'm actually even, the time doing all these videos is very time consuming as well. But if I were to keep this, I would definitely customize this ship here. This is a loose ship. I believe I have another one in the package, and this one is a loose one I have. Looks like everything is here. The cockpit opens up, and there's Obi-Wan Kenobi in there, young Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars. So this one's really cool if you want to customize and paint like the vehicle I showed you before earlier. And also, this one is complete. This one was a really cool vehicle. It's got to put it together. You recognize that? What is it, Saboba? So this all connects. Okay, let's see if I can put this together. Okay, this is the final one, and we are done with these for this episode. And this goes just like this here, if I remember correctly, right? Am I got it backwards or no? That's correct. And then these go in the front, on the top. Okay, top. Just like this, I think, or in the back. Oh yeah, it's front. I think it's backwards. Here we go. Anyways, one of these directions, I got to play around with it a little bit more. You're going to buy it. Somebody's going to buy it. They'll figure it out. I don't have time to try to do this, but that's the end of episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is now episode, I think it's episode 8 we're on. So anyways, tune in for the next one. I don't remember how that goes on, but we'll see what's in the box, what's in my storage. Click the bell button, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and help me get this stuff sold so I can get back to making my documentary on roller skating and the B-boy and keep my place and not have to leave California. Peace.